Good morning, students. This is me, your teacher Neha Khiradia, and today we are going to discuss about one lesson. And name of this lesson is Beginning of Human Life. It's just a quick recall. Fine. Class 6, GSEB textbook, Social Studies, Semester 1. Okay. Fine. So in this lesson, we are going to include some topics like primitive man, then Old Stone Age, Middle Stone Age, New Stone Age, tools and weapons he was using at that time, discovery of fire, the invention of wheel, cattle rearing, the caveman, BHIMBETKA, changing climate, role of man and women, and last one, early historical age. Fine. So all of you are ready? Okay, fine. Okay. Now primitive man. Primitive man means a person who belongs to an early stage of life, right? Okay. Primitive man was a hunter and hoarder of food. Okay. The regions of the banks of rivers were the sheltered places of the people of early man, and he lived in caves at that time. Why? Because to protect from wild animals, to get protection from cold, rain. Okay, fine. We get some information about the early life of man by the tools and weapons found at that time. And this age has been named as Stone Age by historians. Okay, and then after it is divided into three stages like Old Stone Age, Middle Stone Age, and New Stone Age. Clear? Okay. Old Stone Age, it's also called as hunters and gatherers stage. Fine. Stage of food hoarding. Okay. Then after Middle Stone Age and last one New Stone Age. In New Stone Age, the number of herbivores and carnivores and animals increases. Okay, now let me ask you one thing. What do you mean by herbivores animals and carnivores animals? Herbivores means herbivores feeding on plants and carnivores feeding on other animals. Fine. Next topic is given in our textbook, that is tools and weapons. Let's quick recall. Actually, the different kinds of tools were made from stone, wood, and bones, which were used for different activities. Now, I'm asking you one question. So, which tools were made with stone by early man? I know you had go through this lesson. That's why I'm asking you. So, which tools were made with stone by early man? The tools for cutting and crushing, right? Tools for removing snails of animals and bark of trees. Okay? Spears, axes, tools for digging out bows and arrows. Fine. Look at this image. You can find different kinds of tools and weapons. All of you are getting? Fine? Okay? Fine. Next topic, it's written discovery of fire. Discovery of fire. From the remains of ashes, it can be understood that the primitive man must have learned lighting fire. Fine. So first of all, what did the primitive man do for food? What did the primitive man do for food? Of course, wandering here and there. Wandering here and there. Fine. So the primitive man used fire to cook raw flesh food, right? To drive away wild and fierce animals, to keep their caves lighted, and to get the protection from cold. Clear? Fine? Okay. Next topic, that is the invention of the wheel. Most important. Okay. Wheel is the most revolutionary invention of human life, right? And through the invention of this wheel, speed and simplicity have crept in our life. Okay? And with the help of this invention, the primitive man started using vehicles. Right? Now, let me ask you one question. What would have happened if the wheel had not been invented? What would have happened if the wheel had not been invented? What do you think? So, if the wheel had not been invented, then the speedy transportation of goods and people would not be possible, right? Small or big machines would not have been manufactured, and definitely we can't imagine our life without wheel, right? Okay. Fine. Okay, next one given, cattle rearing. Cattle rearing, do you know why did people rear cattle in those days? Why did people rear cattle in those days? Actually, the people reared cattle in those days maybe for milk, right? As we are currently also rearing. Fine. And for transportation purpose. Okay. Fine. Now let's go to the caveman. We have seen that the tools made from stone were very useful for human life, and as a result, man discovered places where he could get good stones, right? And places from where big pieces of the stones have been found. And this place is called as workshop or factory. Most important question, what do you mean by workshop or factory of primitive man? Then you have to write it down. The places from where big pieces of stones have been found is called workshop or factory of primitive man. Clear? Okay. Look at the image number 4.5. It's given. And such sites were mostly found on the banks of rivers and caves. Fine. Paintings of wild animals have been found on the walls of caves excavated in Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh. Clear? Up to this? Fine. Now next topic, it's written BHIMBETKA. BHIMBETKA, Madhya Pradesh. Fine. So there is sufficient archaeological evidences of early man living in caves, and one place that's written in our textbook, that is about BHIMBETKA. Fine. Okay. Bhimbetka, you can find the cave of primitive man in the valley of Narmada. Most important question, in the valley of Narmada. Fine. And similar kind of caves you can find in the Vindhya mountain and mountains of South India even. Fine. Here found some beautiful pictures of wild animals. Clear? So Bhimbetka, it is situated in the valley of Narmada. Clear? Okay. And next topic is changing climate. It brought some changes, right? In the flora. Flora means plant life, and in the fauna. Fauna means animal life, right? Man found wheat and barley in the plains of India, and gradually he learned to grow them. And how to store these grains, how to store anything. Fine. Okay. So he was thinking a lot at that time, and because of farming, he had succeeded in creating community. This is very good thing. Fine. Next, that is the role of man and women. The role of man and women. Fine. There are so many possibilities. Like, did man only work, or did women only work, or they both work or not? Fine. We are not sure about anything, but we can say that man's knowledge and awareness about life increases, and this lead to further socialization. Fine. But the most important thing is the remains of human and animal skeletons have been found in Langhanj and Akhaj villages in the Sabarmati region and Amarpur of Mahi River region. Most important question, the remains of human and animal skeletons have been found in Langhanj and Akhaj villages in the Sabarmati region and Amarpur of Mahi River region. Okay, fine. Up to this clear? And last topic, early historical age. Early historical age. Fine. So by the middle of 4th century BC, people started living in kacha brick house. Which type of house? Kacha brick house. Okay. And then after, they have started to make pots. First of all, they made pots using clay. Fine. Then they had used copper. Then after used bronze. Fine. And then later on, this civilization was known as Harappan civilization. Most important question, Harappan civilization. Right? Clear? Okay. So we can found art of pottery and metal utensils in Harappan civilization. Clear? Fine? Okay. So this is just a quick recall of this lesson. I hope you understood everything. Fine? Okay. So let me give you some eye-catchy questions. Fine? Pay attention here only. What we have discussed. What is the place where the primitive man made tools known as? It is known as workshop or factory of primitive man. Fine? In which caves the evidences of habitations of primitive man are found? Bhimbetka. Fine? Where it is situated? In the valley of Narmada. Okay? Fire used for light, for cooking food, for keeping fierce animals away. Okay? Clear? Fine. Harappan civilization is famous for art of pottery and metal utensils. Okay? And most important thing, which is the most revolutionary invention of human life? Wheel is the most revolutionary invention of human life. Okay? Bhimbetka in Madhya Pradesh, Langhanj, Gujarat. Fine? Clear? Okay, so we are stopping here. I wish you understood everything. Fine? It's just a quick recall. Okay? Bye-bye. Have a nice day, beta.